Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are counting down the top 3 most valuable Washington quarter dollars ever produced, focusing on different mint marks, different grades and conditions, their incredible rarity, and the astonishing prices they have brought at auction. Make sure to stay until the end, because the number 1 coin on this list has sold for nearly $200,000 and is considered the king of all Washington quarters. Let's get started. First up, the 1965 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. At first glance, this coin may appear ordinary because millions of Americans used it in everyday transactions. However, certain examples of the 1965 Washington quarter have become highly sought after by collectors, and some rare specimens have achieved impressive prices in the auction market. If you have a 1965 quarter tucked away in an old collection, coin jar, or family heirloom, you may be surprised to learn that it could be worth much more than its face value. In this video, we will explore the history of the coin, its unique features, its rarity, collector demand, current market values, and important tips for anyone interested in collecting these historic quarters. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin quickly became one of the most popular denominations in American commerce. The year 1965 marked a significant turning point in United States coinage history. During the early 1960s, rising silver prices caused widespread coin hoarding, creating a national coin shortage. To address this problem, the United States Mint eliminated silver from circulating quarters beginning in 1965. Instead of the traditional 90% silver composition, the new quarters were struck using a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. Another important change occurred in 1965 when the United States Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins. This decision was intended to discourage collectors from hoarding coins based on their mint locations. As a result, all regular 1965 Washington quarters were produced without a mint mark regardless of where they were manufactured. This unique historical circumstance makes the 1965 quarter an important coin in the evolution of modern American currency. The 1965 Washington quarter displays the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse side. Above his head appears the word Liberty, while the motto, "In God We Trust," is positioned to the left. The date, 1965, is found beneath the portrait. Unlike many quarters from other years, no mint mark appears on the coin. The reverse side features a majestic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness. Olive branches beneath the arrows represent peace. Around the rim are the inscriptions United States of America and EPLUBUSUNUM, while the denomination quarter dollar is displayed at the bottom. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Because it was the first year of the copper-nickel clad composition, the edge reveals a distinct copper-colored stripe when viewed from the side. This feature immediately distinguishes it from earlier silver quarters. A fine condition example typically shows moderate circulation wear, with major design elements remaining visible but lacking the sharp detail found on higher-grade specimens. Although more than 1.8 billion Washington quarters were produced in 1965, not every coin is equally valuable. Most circulated examples are common, but collectors actively seek coins that possess unusual characteristics, superior preservation, or rare minting errors. Since 1965 represented the first year of the clad quarter series and the first year without mint marks, it occupies a special place in American numismatic history. Demand becomes especially strong for examples displaying exceptional strike quality, attractive surfaces, or certified grades significantly above average. Error coins, including doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other production anomalies, are particularly desirable among specialists. Because so many 1965 quarters entered circulation, locating examples that survived in unusually high quality has become increasingly difficult over the decades. This scarcity of premium specimens continues to fuel collector interest. Auction houses frequently report intense bidding activity whenever rare 1965 quarter varieties or exceptionally preserved pieces appear for sale. Collectors appreciate these coins not only for their historical significance, but also for their role in marking a major transition in United States coin production. The value of a 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark in fine condition is generally modest. Most examples found in ordinary circulation or collections typically sell for around $1 to $5, depending on overall eye appeal and market demand. However, values increase significantly as condition improves. Very fine examples can command prices ranging from approximately $5 to $15, while extremely fine specimens often bring between $15 and $40. Coins graded in about uncirculated condition may sell for $50 or more. Uncirculated examples certified by professional grading services can reach several $100s depending on their grade. The most exciting values are found among rare era coins and exceptionally high-grade examples. Certain certified mint state pieces have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at major auctions. In rare cases, top population specimens with outstanding preservation and eye appeal have achieved auction prices exceeding several $1,000s. These remarkable sales demonstrate how condition and rarity can dramatically transform the value of a seemingly ordinary quarter. Collectors interested in the 1965 Washington quarter should begin by carefully examining any examples they encounter. Look for signs of unusual mint errors, strong strike details, and minimal surface damage. Even small differences in condition can have a substantial impact on value. Avoid cleaning coins, as cleaning often reduces collector interest and can significantly lower market value. Store coins in protective holders to prevent additional wear and environmental damage. If you believe you have an especially attractive or unusual specimen, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication and evaluation. It is also wise to stay informed about current auction results and market trends. Prices can fluctuate based on collector demand, population reports, and the discovery of new varieties. Studying grading standards and learning to recognize valuable errors can greatly improve your chances of identifying a worthwhile coin. The 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark is much more than a simple 25-cent coin. It represents a historic milestone in American coinage, marking the transition from silver to copper-nickel-clad composition and the temporary removal of mint marks from circulating coins. While most fine condition examples carry modest premiums, collector demand remains strong because of the coin's historical importance and the possibility of finding rare errors or exceptionally preserved specimens. As auction records continue to demonstrate, certain 1965 quarters can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars under the right circumstances. Whether you are an experienced numismatist or just beginning your coin collecting journey, the 1965 Washington quarter remains a fascinating piece of American history that deserves a closer look. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check your collections. You never know when a seemingly ordinary quarter could turn out to be a valuable treasure. Next up, the 1982 Washington quarter with the Philadelphia P mint mark in circulated condition. At first glance, this coin may appear to be an ordinary quarter that millions of Americans used in everyday transactions. However, certain examples of this coin have become highly desirable in the numismatic community, with some specimens selling for surprisingly large amounts of money at auctions. In this video, we'll explore the history of the 1982 Washington quarter, examine its unique features, discuss why collectors are actively searching for it, and reveal how much these coins can be worth in today's market. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin quickly became a permanent part of American coinage. By 1982, the United States Mint was producing hundreds of millions of Washington quarters for circulation. One important change had occurred only a few years earlier. Beginning in 1980, the Philadelphia Mint started placing a P mint mark on quarters, making the 1982 P Washington quarter part of a relatively new era in quarter production. During the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint faced budget constraints and economic challenges. As a result, Official mint sets were not produced in either 1982 or 1983. This decision would later have a significant impact on the availability of high-quality examples of these coins, contributing to their collector appeal. The 1982 P. Washington quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse. Above Washington's head appears the word Liberty, while the motto In God We Trust is positioned to the left. The date, 1982, appears below the portrait, and the small P mint mark is located to the right of Washington's ponytail. The reverse displays an eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and national defense. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America, EPLUBUSUNUM, and the denomination quarter dollar. The coin is composed of a copper core clad between outer layers of copper nickel, weighs 5.67 grams, and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. While standard examples are common, collectors pay special attention to coins with strong strikes, original surfaces, attractive luster, and any unusual minting errors or varieties. Although more than 500 million 1982 P. Washington quarters were struck, finding truly high-grade examples is much more difficult than many people realize. Since no official mint sets were produced in 1982, collectors had fewer opportunities to obtain pristine specimens directly from the mint. Most coins entered circulation immediately and experienced wear through everyday use. As decades passed, many became scratched, damaged, or heavily worn. This has created a situation where circulated examples remain common, but exceptional pieces in near-perfect condition are surprisingly scarce. Collectors also actively search for error coins from this year, including off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, and other unusual minting mistakes. These errors can significantly increase demand and value. The combination of historical significance, limited availability of high-grade examples, and the excitement surrounding rare errors has made the 1982 P. Washington quarter a popular target among modern coin collectors. For most circulated 1982 P. Washington quarters, values typically range from face value to a few dollars depending on condition. Coins showing moderate wear often trade for 25 cents to $1. Better circulated examples with attractive surfaces may bring several dollars from collectors seeking album fillers. Uncirculated examples generally command higher prices, especially those with strong eye appeal and minimal marks. In certified mint state grades, values can climb into the tens or even hundreds of dollars. The real excitement begins with superb gem-quality specimens. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services have achieved impressive auction results, sometimes reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars due to their rarity in top condition. Error varieties can be even more valuable. Depending on the type and severity of the error, some 1982 P. Washington quarters have sold for several $100s, while extraordinary examples have realized substantially larger amounts at major coin auctions. These headline-grabbing sales continue to fuel interest in searching through pocket change and old coin collections. Interested in the 1982 P. Washington quarter should carefully examine every coin they encounter. Look for examples with minimal wear, strong detail, and clean surfaces. Pay close attention to the mint mark area, lettering, and date for signs of doubling or other unusual characteristics. A magnifying glass or coin microscope can help identify valuable varieties and mint errors. Proper storage is also important. Coins should be kept in holders or protective capsules to prevent additional wear and environmental damage. If you believe you have an exceptionally well-preserved example or a significant error coin, professional grading may be worth considering. Certification can authenticate the coin, establish its condition, and potentially increase buyer confidence if you decide to sell it. Researching recent auction records can also provide valuable insight into current market trends and collector demand. The 1982 P. Washington quarter proves that even a seemingly ordinary modern coin can hold surprising value and historical significance. While millions were produced, the absence of official mint sets and the scarcity of top-grade survivors have helped create strong collector demand. Most circulated examples remain affordable, but exceptional specimens and rare mint errors can command impressive prices in the auction marketplace. For collectors and treasure hunters alike, the possibility of discovering a valuable 1982p Washington quarter makes every coin worth a closer look. So before you spend that old quarter sitting in a drawer or coin jar, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You never know when a common-looking coin could turn out to be a hidden numismatic treasure worth far more than 25 cents. Next up, the 1984 Washington quarter with the P mint mark. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another quarter that circulated through cash registers and pocket change decades ago. However, certain examples found in unusual or collectible conditions have become highly sought after by coin enthusiasts. Many collectors are especially interested in rare 1984p quarters that display exceptional preservation, striking errors, or unique characteristics that make them stand out from ordinary circulation pieces. In recent years, some examples have generated impressive prices at auctions, leading many people to search through old coin collections and spare change in hopes of finding a valuable specimen. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design proved so popular that it became a permanent part of American coinage. By 1984, the Washington Quarter had already been circulating for more than 50 years. The 1984 quarter bearing the P mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Interestingly, Philadelphia quarters did not always carry a mint mark. Beginning in 1980, the Philadelphia Mint started adding the P mint mark to quarters, making the 1984 P issue part of the early years of that modern identification system. Hundreds of millions of these quarters were struck, making them common in circulation, yet certain examples have become surprisingly desirable due to their condition and rarity. Factors: the 1984 P Washington quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left. The inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date, 1984, appear prominently on the front. The reverse displays the classic eagle design created by John Flanagan, with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows and surrounded by olive branches. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad layer bonded to a pure copper core, weighs 5.67 grams, and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. The small P mint mark appears near Washington's ponytail on the obverse. Collectors pay special attention to strike quality, luster, surface preservation, and any unusual minting errors. Coins exhibiting strong details, minimal wear, and attractive surfaces are significantly more desirable than heavily circulated examples. Although millions of 1984 P quarters were produced, true rarity emerges when collectors focus on condition. Most examples entered circulation immediately and accumulated wear over decades of use. Finding a 1984 P quarter in extremely high-grade mint state condition can be surprisingly difficult. Coins graded MS66, MS67, and above are much scarcer than ordinary circulated pieces. The challenge becomes even greater when searching for coins with exceptional strike quality and pristine surfaces. Professional grading services have certified relatively few examples at the highest levels, creating strong competition among collectors. Additionally, any 1984 P quarter displaying significant mint errors, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or other unusual production anomalies, can attract intense interest from specialists. The combination of condition rarity and collector demand is what drives premium values in the marketplace. The value of a 1984 P Washington quarter depends heavily on its condition. Most circulated examples are generally worth only face value or a small premium. Coins in lightly circulated condition may sell for a few dollars to collectors assembling date and mint mark sets. Uncirculated examples with strong eye appeal often command prices ranging from approximately $10 to $50, depending on quality. Higher-grade specimens certified by major grading services can bring substantially more. Coins graded MS66 may sell for several dozen dollars, while exceptional MS67 examples can reach hundreds of dollars. The most impressive and finest-known specimens have achieved auction prices exceeding $1,000, with some premium quality pieces realizing even stronger results when collector demand is particularly intense. Error coins or unusually well-preserved examples can also command significant premiums, making them some of the most exciting discoveries for modern coin collectors. Collectors interested in the 1984 Washington quarter should carefully examine every example they encounter. Pay close attention to the coin's surfaces, luster, and overall preservation. Avoid cleaning coins, as cleaning can significantly reduce collector value. Using a magnifying glass or coin loop can help reveal important details, including possible mint errors or signs of exceptional quality. Storing coins in protective holders can prevent further wear and environmental damage. Those who believe they have a particularly well-preserved specimen may wish to consider professional grading, which can provide authentication and an official condition assessment. Auction records and certified population reports can also help collectors better understand how rare a specific grade may be and what values similar examples have achieved. The 1984 Washington quarter is an excellent example of how an apparently ordinary coin can become a prized collectible under the right circumstances. While most examples remain common and inexpensive, the finest known specimens and notable error varieties can command impressive auction prices. Condition rarity, collector demand, and professional certification all play important roles in determining value. For collectors and treasure hunters alike, the possibility of discovering a high-grade 1984 quarter worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars continues to make this coin an exciting part of the modern American numismatic market. The next time you come across an old quarter, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden collectible with far more value than its 25-cent face value suggests.